about exactly that fact, where you've got the Maokai for Giral. And look, he is a great Maokai player, someone that will be able to do a lot of work with it. His team fighting awareness, his teleports will all be great, but he doesn't have the same kill threat that the Cho'Gath will have. So that's ultimately the dynamic we're going to have to explore here. The mid laner of Lion may want to do a fair amount of damage.
I always enjoy, and by enjoy I mean kind of scratch my head and wonder a little bit, when you watch a Cho'Gath team fight and you see all the players on the enemy team really skirting around the edge of that fight at 75% HP or so until you see the Cho'Gath ulti go off, because they know how much damage that thing does, and they know they're within kill threat of it with that and a little bit more damage. So I enjoy watching a Cho'Gath player find the right targets and be able to just hit them in that instant that they're not paying attention.
Watching the tanks also hang off his big void spikes, trying to stop him from moving forward, but they can't.
Especially if the Cho'Gath gets full-size 12 stack. Why is he so massive, Cho'Gath? But back into the draft as we're seeing it now. The bans in the second phase here. Alistar and LeBlanc banned out by Cloud9. Lion Gaming responding by getting rid of the Rise, just like last time, as well as the Thresh.
Now, the Syndra Orianna is still there. Of course, one being hovered at the moment, actually just going to be locked in. So they do a very similar draft style to that of Lion in the last game through their second ban and pick phase. And now the question to me is, what does Lion want to play into that Syndra? They could be the Echo type of team. They could play something like the Corki that can build the Hex Drinker, but Orianna is the matchup we saw last game.
I mean, the Orianna worked out really well when Jensen played it. Can Seiya play the same matchup? And we get to see it. It's Christmas on Summoner's Rift, Rusty. I love these situations. You get to see the matchup from both sides. You get to see the players switch, and you get to see who truly knows the matchup better.
It's ultimate skill matchup time, Captain Flowers. That's the name of the game in mid lane. And still the rest of the team compositions to be devised. The very makeshift bottom lane, I think it's fair to say, from Lion.
Just piecing it together a little bit here, and Varus and Lulu together. I mean, you've got some range, you've got some poke. Lulu can protect the Varus if he gets jumped on.
I think the Lulu's a denial from Sneaky and Smoothie, trying to prevent the strongest, lane dominant and lane pressure based 2v2, something that can diffuse the pressure that a Varus has. So Smoothie's going to go for the second best version of a Lulu.
Smoothie saying, you want an Ardent Sensor champ? I'm going to show you an Ardent Sensor champ. Picking up that Janna, one of the best users of that item that has been so strong and so prolific in the meta for the past few patches. And we'll see him on it here. Provides a lot of peel power, along with the fact that, I mean, Sneaky on the Xayah, that's a champion that you don't normally like running into anyway because of the stuns and the disengage from the ulti, and Janna just makes it worse.
Yeah, we've seen Sneaky play it in this tournament once already and was incredible. He was making some big plays, diving people, utilizing a lot of skills that Mystic has been showing everybody on Summoner's Rift. The fact that you can use your Blade Caller, you can flash, and you can redirect all of the feathers.
Trying to get himself away, pops off the Nature's Grasp. The Sejuani ulti comes through. Impact wants to get a big old bite out of him, but can't quite do it. First blood goes to Giral. Cloud9 with the mistake.
Really big mistake coming out of Impact to follow that one through. He had no chance of getting the kill once the flash was out from Giral. That's so tragic.
Up as we do see the rotations coming bot side. Lion Gaming bringing both
Teleport
jungler
in as well,
and mid laner, as well as the top laner now with the TP. Sneaky's in some trouble, likely going to be dropping here. No way to escape the 1 versus 5. Seiya grabs the kill, and Lion Gaming is off to the races.
And they've got everybody down here in the bottom lane. The turret's theirs. It's the first turret in the game. And Lion get themselves a 2,000 to push just to continue to pressure. So ultimately, that is a trade, but it opens the map up so much more.
Seiya taking a lot of damage here from Jensen. Barely walks away from the ult.
Just another day in the mid lane offense, except for this.
Oh, Jensen now going to be dumped. The power of the jungle coming in once again for Lion.
Catching your own lead at the same time as they're going on Jensen.
Jensen again going to be found out. White Lotus cashing in for the second time onto the Cloud9 mid laner.
Just gets completely blasted. When you have no flash against the Jarvan, there is really no way to escape. No one to keep you alive in that situation when all of the damage from Lion. Very difficult to make the place unless Contracts just walks
Contracts with some interesting jungle pathing there. Not able to charge himself over the wall. Good body block by Adi. tries to flash, but Giral is right there with the Nature's Grasp to make sure they find the kill. Adi just says the hell with it and jumps back over the wall with it.
They can make this play, but it feels like they really want it.
All right, they're going to start things off. Sejuani ulti down onto Adi, and Jensen finds himself the kill. Cloud9 finally on the board, and they take the tier 1 turret down along with it.
Big choice to just kill Adi, and I quite like that. Very reserved from C9. They don't want a team fight. They just want to try and get the goal back going for them. Any macro plays they can make, picking number mismatch to get in. And here we go.
Here we go. Fight going to be breaking out. Onto the front line goes Contracts, throws down the ulti, not finding anybody with the stun. Immediately Smoothie getting himself rooted up by the ulti from the Varus, as now Giral makes his way into the thick of things. Going to be Wild Growth, but immediately flashes his way out of it. Sneaky now finding the opportunity to fire onto some isolated targets. Shockwave not going to be coming up big this time. Sneaky grabbing the kill onto Giral as Smoothie looks to refresh the fight with the Janna ultimate. Lion trying to out. The gold lead has shifted ever so slightly. It's the smallest of leads, but it is in the favor of Cloud9 now, even though they're down in turrets and kills. Now they're looking to start things off here onto Adi, who's going to be saved by the Wild Growth for now. Shockwave finding its way onto Contracts, who's the first casualty of this fight. Impact going to be forced to flash out now as well. It's Cloud9 who commits the sins that Lion committed last time, and they go too deep.
They certainly do. So Lion with that one pick. Yes, it's only under Contracts, but that's the jungler at 26.
By Lion. Contracts throwing out the ulti onto White Lotus, trying to disengage things here. Nature's Grasp fired off, finds its way only onto Contracts. Impact is isolated by himself. Impact trying to get himself away from this one. Adi now going to be feasted upon. Impact, though, taken low and taken down. White Lotus grabbed himself the killing spree, as now Sneaky has to disengage. Giral so tanky with his own Gargoyle Stone Plate. That's another 1 for 0 for Lion.
So many things were used in this fight, except for the Shockwave from Sayer. It is up, it is available.
Oh, they're going right back into it. Jensen forced to flash out. Sneaky looking for the auto attack damage. Giral on the front line looking to isolate Contracts, pulling him back in. Shockwave going to drag him further back into the clutches of White Lotus. Contracts walks away. For now, Sneaky still very healthy. White Lotus still full HP. So much on these AD carries. 3-0 and 3 on the Varus, 1-1 and 0 on the Xayah. 3 items completed on both.
Very tense fighting coming out of both of these teams. Sneaky is doing so much work. They caught Jensen out of position, it looked like, but his stun on the back end of that was incredible. Cloud9, they are teleporting in for this. Lion are going to match it.
What a Baron call by Cloud9. This is the kind of really interesting play that can make or break the game. Now Baron's going to be below half HP. Giral in the front line. Contract's going to be tanking. Jensen needs to back away. Contracts needs to back away. He cannot get out in time.
They're going to go back to the
Lion
Baron.
has found the Baron leashed for them by their opponents. Cloud9, now they're the ones who have to stop this. Varus ulti misses. Chains of Corruption not finding the mark means a lot of CC not available on the side of Lion.
Giral's still doing the Baron buff as well. This is just the biggest bait of all time. They have to back away. Nobody has anything up and available.
Both sides have to quit. Everyone's out of resources. The fact that we got people hanging around this bush means that we're gonna have a fight. We'll just have to see who ends up going in first. Contracts takes some poke there, and now it's Giral who gets caught out. Nature's Grasp comes flying through, finds its way onto a couple of different targets. Jensen with no flash, remember, he used it in the last fight. Giral gonna be the first one down. Shockwave onto Jensen. If they can take him down, that is gonna be huge, but White Lotus now gonna be silenced, knocked up into the air, the damage coming through. The stun lands, but Adi is running interference. Sayer grabbing the kill onto Impact. It's a double kill for Contract.
They sacrificed themselves, though, Lion, to keep the two carries alive. Sayer and White Lotus are still there. Jensen dead. Cho'Gath dead means the carries, there's not a lot of threat to kill them. It's just Sneaky.
Contracts has Warmogs as well. Look at his health just surging back up. He's going to be... Cloud9 getting those side lanes pushed out now. Impact to the bottom lane is now Smoothie going to be jumped on. Adi looking to start this fight up. They know Cloud9 is only 3 strong. They're able to find the kill onto 1. Now can they make it 2? Contract's forced to flash over the wall, keeping himself alive, but it's still a 1 for 0 fight going the way of Lion.
Good, they're doing it.
Baron is at half HP, Rusty. Here we go. Cloud9's got to make their move, but it's already done. Lions have got the objective. Now they might be able to find the attack here onto the rest of Cloud9. Grab it onto Impact. He pops the Stone Plate, has to try to get himself away. Pops the Feast before he dies. Should drop. And Adi puts the flag on the corpse and walks away.
Yeah,
flexing their muscles in the enemy jungle, trying to get something out of this, but they may just end up losing their own jungler. Contract's trying to run away, but the Nature's Grasp locks him down and takes him out. Sneaky
not quite having enough damage to return the favor as Cloud9 loses yet another for nothing.
And Lion still with 5 alive will say thank you and then just go back to base again. Thanks, Contract.
Do their thing, yeah.
What a nice guy. He's able to give them an extra 300.
This Elder Drake, remember super minions are
They're already looking
the
at
top
it.
part of the base. Saya the target of Contracts. Ulti not really finding a lot there.
Malphite's
Now
ulted.
Contracts the one who's taking a lot of damage. Ulti also coming out from
It's
Dural.
all zoning. They want to get the Elder.
They're still trying to get it. Redemption comes down. Cloud9 still maybe looking to take the fight, but it's Adi who's able to lock 3 into the pit as now he's soaking the damage. Impact here on the front line, taking a big bite out of the Jarvan. Finds the kill now as White Lotus gets himself stunned up. More damage coming through. Jensen not quite able to find the kill on that one. His Contracts goes for Saya. Not quite able to do it. The heal from the Janna will not be there. White Lotus still trying to take that Elder Drake as Jiral's going to be taken down closely next. Nearly falls.
He's
Trying
alive.
to find his way with the twisted advance as Sneaky gets the Elder. Gentek's looking to take the Blast Cone to get himself away to safety. Cloud9's base is just being absolutely bonked this whole time. They've got to go back and
They're
save this.
so lucky that Sneaky just got the Elder Drake of all things to keep them in this game. But you're right, their base, it is being dismantled by Super Creeps. One of the Nexus turrets is gone. The inhibitors mid lane, and Cloud9 have to go defend their base. They have no choice. Lion should get a free Baron for this. You're looking at Contracts perhaps for the steal. If all of Cloud9 hang around, then they run the risk of losing inhibitors. They're all here except for Impact. He has the teleport.
Oh, this fight's gonna turn real sketchy real quick.
They
Baron
stopped
down to
doing
one
it.
quarter. Cloud9 now finding themselves here in the pit. Impact and Contracts both hanging around. Jensen over the wall as well. Impact grabbing the secure onto the Baron with the Cho'Gath Feast. But now where does the fight go from here? Sneaky's got to be careful. He can't afford to walk into a Shockwave. Contracts on the front line. Gargoyle Stoneplate to keep himself alive a little bit longer. Jensen down below half
Impact's
HP.
in big
Impact
trouble.
is still stuck in the pit. He secured the Baron for his team, but he's going to be the sacrificial lamb as the minions pour into the Cloud9 base. They take down
And
the
they're
bottom lane
teleporting.
inhibitor. The teleport into the top lane. It's 2 inhibs down for Cloud9.
And a big flank from Jiral.
Jiral shows up. He's got very little mana here on the front line. He might be able to lock down Sneaky the Shockwave. Not going to be finding anyone just yet. Sneaky's going to have to find an immaculate amount of damage in this fight. Lion looking to push up into the Cloud9 base. Gentek's gets himself taken out by Jensen. As Jiral barely walks away, Contracts now surviving the damage from White Lotus. 1 dead on the side of Lion, but they do get the 2 inhibitors thanks to the Elder to go. Contracts is way too close. He's going to be singled out and bursted down before he can do much of anything. The shield going to be keeping him alive.
Still alive.
Adi now here in the pit trying to defend, be the front line of Team Lion, but Sneaky's able to find free firing time. Jiral now going to be the tank. Nobody dead so far. Cloud9 still looking to make this fight happen. The root out on a Jiral. White Lotus
They got him.
goes down to Jensen's burst.
And Jensen comes up with a hero play. Cloud9 still with no health to their names. No Warmogs on the Cho'Gath. He has teleport. He might want to recall. The waves of health inhibs are up.
Hanging around. Side lane inhibitors back up for Cloud9. Adi over the wall. May look to go in. Steal this with the Blast Cone. Comes over the
A
wall.
reset.
The Drake may reset here. It does slightly. Adi has to go back with the flag and drag. Cloud9 pulling the Drake out yet again to make sure they secure guys down. Contracts coming in.
The QSS
Finds
was
the
back.
ulti, but the QSS was back up. White Lotus going to be kept alive for now. Tanks on the front line doing exactly what their namesake says. Jiral and Adi trying to stay alive, but the first kill goes to Sneaky.
Sneaky's damage is incredible, though. It looks like Cloud9, with the reset of Smoothie's ultimate, they're not respecting the base. It is starting to die. 1 inhibitor's gone, but they're back on the Baron. Look at Adi.
Cloud9 trying to take this Baron. Their base is being taken apart, though. They've got to make sure they finish this off cleanly. Baron down to about 3k HP. Adi comes into the pit, but it's secured by Contracts. Adi likely going to drop here as a result of jumping there into the pit. Now Sneaky on the killing spree. They're finding the kills onto Lotus and Gentek's as well. It's 1 man versus the world. Saya stands alone.
Still the triple kill for Sneaky. Teleport there from Impact. They are not looking at defending their base at all. They want to end this one right now. 4 people dead for a very long time. You would have to imagine the Cloud9 can do this. As long as they walk in 1 minion, Saya's got Rogue.
Saya knows that he cannot defend 1 versus 5. He's
has got
going for the
so
outplay. Cloud9 has 1 minion there. Saya trying to flash, clear these minions out of the way, but it will not be enough. 61 minutes into the game, and Cloud9 finds the win.
That was a very long, intense game for both of these teams, but ultimately Cloud9, they're able to put themselves up on that pedestal 2-0 in the best of 5 series. And we said after game 1, maybe it doesn't affect them mentally if you're Lion. Well, after game number 2, I'm going to say that one affected them just a little bit.
Holy moly, if a game like that doesn't affect you mentally and